A flock of seagulls can leave behind quite a mess, and that's why some Batavia residents are all fired up about the owner of an abandoned supermarket that's crawling with those birds. Call for Action's Al Vaughters joins us now with more. Al?
Well, Lisa, so far the seagulls have been more a nuisance at the former Latina's Foodland on Main Street. Life is good for the birds, plenty of food and no one to bother them on their rooftop perch. But for people, that can prove to be unhealthy. When you think seagulls, most people would probably think the beach. As far as folks in Batavia are concerned, that's just where these birds ought to be. In fact, anywhere but here.
The noise factor, kind of the worry about them flying overhead. I'm sure lots of people are concerned about the look of their buildings, their cars, their clothes, their heads.
Hundreds of seagulls have taken to the roof of this old abandoned supermarket on Main Street. But on the sidewalk and the parking lot, bird droppings and feathers, not to mention the weeds and garbage. City officials are fed up and are hauling the property owner into court.
Just like any property owner, whether it's a business or a residential property, you have to maintain your property. And then when you don't, sometimes you're going to get these nuisance, pests or animals there, and you have to be able to deal with that.
City Manager Jason Molino told us they've already hired a private contractor to cut the weeds and pick up the trash and sent the charges on to the owner, identified as LKLWL Properties, whose address is listed as this office in Snyder. Now they plan to bill the owner and tack on a fine. Before the flock of seagulls settled on top of the old Latinas, Molino told us they were actually a nuisance on top of City Center. The nuisance was so bad, they had to take action to have them removed. Because seagulls are protected migratory birds, the city had to get a permit from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to remove their eggs, and then the flock just moved on.
You have to get up there on a regular basis. You have to make it a place where the birds don't want to be, meaning you have to clean it, clean the debris, and constantly monitor it.
So far, city officials say the property owner's agent has been unresponsive to their violation notices. When we tried to reach him, we were told he's out of the office all week. Al Vaughters, News 4 at 5:30.
Thanks, Al. Well,